Right then guys, welcome to another episode of Ben's Angle, and yeah, we're back at somewhere that I really love. Well, me and Dad call it home now, and you can blame Chris Hillier for that. And yeah, it's the famous coking farm on Oak Lake, and a lake that's been very kind to me for viewers of the past and the subscribers. Oh, there we go, left hand up. The viewers of the past, sorry, and subscribers that have been with me a long time. Yeah, I've done plenty of videos on this lake, and I've been privileged enough to catch a lot of the big ones, you know. So in fact, I think there's only one left, which is remarkable considering that we've only been on here, I think it's 2 years. We've been very blessed. It's been very, very good to us. Not just this lake, meadow as well. And but yeah, we're back. So obviously I'm in what is known as Ben's. It's just a bit of banter. They are numbered here. I'm in peg 24, guys. For people that want to know, I'm in peg 24. A lot of people call it Ben's, just on the, you know, on the back burner. And it's just a bit of banter, because it's a swim that I've made very, very famous with, especially all the videos and stuff like that. And it's a swim now that it's very tough to get in. But the thing is with it, guys, it's not one of the best on Oak. I'll come more into that later in the show, because I get a lot of messages. You can just imagine, you know, the volume of traffic in this swim. They follow me in because of the videos. They see that I've caught, you know, loads of good fish out of this swim. But a lot of it, guys, is because what's out there is my strength in angling, and it might not be in other people's. And like I say with it, it's one of those of it. I see a lot of people struggle in this swim, and it's because they're not fishing at their strengths. It's not their strength to do what I do. And but you know, you pay your money and you have a go. But there are better swims than this one. I will say that, guys, hands up, definitely. But I like this one. The reason being, because it, like I say, it suits my angling. I like spread baiting, and because this swim gives you the whole central of the lake as such, I can put bait everywhere and just put 3 rods on it, sit back, relax, lovely. I'm in a position where I can put a lot of bait out, and I like doing that, and I like sitting on it. Some of the swims here, you don't have to do that. You know, there are some swims that I would put more in, you know, so it's one of those fish to your strengths. I'll come more onto that later on in the show, but it's so nice to be back. I ain't been up here for a while, so like I say, yeah, it is nice. I can't believe it. I looked at my phone, guys, right? He said it's 21 degrees. I was like, you're having a fucking laugh, ain't you? I'm fucking coming. Do you know what I mean? So, but we have got a big northeasterly going from left to right. As you can hear, that's Carp Dog Ted playing with Dad. Easier. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll spin you around now. But we are here for 48 hours. We're on a Friday now. And but yeah, I've got a lot of jiggery pokery around, and I'll come more into that in a minute. So yeah, there's a lot to do, yeah. But I'll spin you around quickly. Right, and as you can see, guys, there is the swim, the famous peg 24, as the eagle-eyed anglers will see down there, or Ben's, whichever way you want to call it. But as you can see, the swims now have all been done up here at Coking. It was funny because I spoke to Chris during the week, and he said, I've done your swim for you. I mean, obviously we're on the Friday, on the Wednesday he'd done it all, and when you look down, I mean, that there, you've got the P shingle where you put your rods, and the good thing about that is, guys, you can actually just push your poles through it. It's not rock hard, you won't need a mallet. And then when you come further back, you've got the proper gravel where you put your bivvy as such. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, this swim did used to be a bit of a mud swim, and a lot of people that are fishing here know exactly what I'm on about. But a credit to Coking, the amount of work that they've done up here. I can see why it's just absolutely rammed down here, and it's one of those, you can see, Dad's trying to get in the video, just told him, get out of it. But yeah, but like I say, basically, right, let's move on to the good bit, as they say. Right, all that central zone out there in peg 24, that is yours. The 2 islands that you can see, you cannot touch, go nowhere near them. They are the swims either side. And this is what I'm saying, guys. I love this swim just due to the fact I'm central. It doesn't mean to say it's the best, but because I like using a lot of bait, I like putting 3 rods out there, not linear style, as they would say, you know, tram lining, but 3 rods really spread. Oh, right hand rod, bleep. And I just stove it in with boilies all out there, which I'm going to do in a minute. I've got TNT with me, and I've got the krill and bloodworm with me. So, but the TNT is the most dominant bait on Oak. I've caught so many on it. If I catch one, it's going to be on that. So I've got 2 on TNT, 1 on the krill. I have caught a couple of the bigger residents with the krill. but you have got to be careful because there are catfish in it, guys. So it's one of those with the krill and the bloodworm. It's yeah, you got to be careful with it. But the TNT, they're the banker rods, mate. But yeah, that's the central zone there, and that is where we are for 48 hours, guys. But like I say, I won't be fishing for 48 hours. You lot are going to think I'm absolutely mental when I tell you what I've got to do. And but like they say, effort equals reward. And I don't live close to this place. I live in London. It's 120 miles from me. So that's what I mean about effort. But when I tell you this next bit, you lot are going to be like, either fair play or you're an absolute fucking lunatic. I'll let you decide. And getting on to what I was saying about being an absolute lunatic or effort equals reward. You ready for this, guys? Yeah. Now, to book up on coking, you got to book well in advance. If you think you're just going to roll, you know, book on a Tuesday, come on a Friday, ain't happening. You might get on one of the other lakes, do you know what I mean, with maybe some smaller carp in or the runs waters. You ain't getting on these. You've got to book well in advance. So that's what's happened, you know. So we booked well in advance, got where we want. Anyway, prior to that, I agreed to be a football manager. You know where we're going now, don't we? Now, I do a lot of tournaments regarding the elite through the winter, which went really well. We won a few as well and come second and third, which was great, and so did quite a few other competitors. The problem was, me boy, it's his first season. Now, they never had a manager. So, you know, it's like the missus gets involved in it. Well, you used to play at high level. Can't you help them? And you know one of those where you're like, do you know what I mean? Like the cat's got the tongue, guys, isn't it? I was like, yeah, but you know, it's, what about you? I dared say the F word. And that's not the fucking word. It's the fishing word. Yeah, all right then, babe. You know, one of those guys. Yeah, all right. So it was one of those. Anyway, sorted the team out. And do you know what? I've been blessed. I've got so many good players. So many. And anyway, we've won the league. Great. But that was all I wanted to do. I said, win the league, quality. That's your bread and butter. For people in footballing world, win the league, that's your bread and butter. Cups are great, but they're for the teams that don't win fuck all. Yeah, or the majors. Anyway, as it's gone on, he's only made the cup final. Guess what day it is? You guessed it. Oh, it's only tomorrow. And we kick off at 9:30 in the morning. So, here's the lunatic bit. Finished work, bolted down here, 120 miles to do one night's fishing. Gonna get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, leave to get back to London, 120 miles back for kick-off at 9:30. Whether they win or lose, they're gonna pick a trophy up because it's a final. Do the presentation, all that, ready? Drive back to Coking, another 120 miles, do another one night, and then go back on the Sunday. Well, as I would say, with quick maths, that works out 480 mile round trip to do 2 nights fishing. I'll let you leave it in the comments what you think I am. But that's dedication for you, isn't it, eh? One thing I will say is, guys, I will never lose my family through fishing. There's plenty of carp anglers that I know that have lost their kids, their missus through carp angling, and I'll be honest with you, I think you're a fucking moron. Not interested. You can slate me in the comments as much as you want. I think you're a fucking moron if you're one of those. The fish are not going anywhere, guys. They'll still be here. It's called parenting. And it's what you got to do sometimes. And like I say, I took on the role. And we stick with it, guys, you know. So I've got a lot of driving to do. But that's cool. I'll be absolutely knackered tomorrow. And the thing is with it, like I say, I'm not losing my family due to fishing. Just not fucking happening. No chance. So that is the plan. So I'm not going to be fishing for 48 hours. In fact, I'll probably be fishing about 36 hours. So we'll see how the session goes. But if we can get one, we've got a video for you guys. Obviously, I'll go through the bait, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Might even get some footage of the boy. In fact, I will get some footage of the boy in his cup final. And we'll go from there. But yeah, like I say, lunatic, effort equals reward, sorry. Let's see if the old carp gods are with us. That's Ted and the Swan. Here we go. Ted ain't having none of his bollocks, I can assure you that. But right, I'll leave you there. Right then, guys, well, I'm coming on to that Friday evening now. And yeah, not a lot has happened. Oh, there's one. Hello. Just seen one then. yeah, I'll say not a lot's happened. To be fair, I've had 2 bloody catfish. To be fair, there's been a few of them out today, and I thought, to be honest, that they got rid of them. Well, not all of them, but I thought that they netted this in the winter and they removed some of them. But well, let's put it this way: I've had 2. The gentleman opposite me, he's had 2. My dad's had 1, and the bloke to the left of me's had 1. And here's the funny thing about it is, the bloke left of me is catching them on fruit pop-ups. The bloke opposite is catching them on fruit bottom baits. Problem is with catfish, they're scavengers. They don't just eat pellet, do you know what I mean? They eat anything. I thought they got rid of them, and this was, you know, I understand it, do you know what I mean? I thought that Oak was just a carp specimen lake. You know, if they're going to leave the cats in here, great, you know, if that's what they want. That's what they want, but I do worry with the weights of the carp. You know, you got cats in here, the carp weights are going to go down, aren't they, you know? More mouths in here, you know what I mean? It's less weight them carp are going to put on, because obviously the cats are just getting to it first. They're scavengers, you know, that's what they do. But yeah, to have 2 catfish today, I was, yeah, I weren't happy, I'm going to be honest with you. And it's one of the reasons why I've pulled off of Oak. Like I say, you know, I'm a carp angler. I pay my money to catch carp. I'm not interested in catfish. And that's no disrespect to people that are, but I'll be honest with you guys, I've never ever seen a proper catfish angler ever on Oak, and I've fished here a lot. Now, what I mean, not a proper catfish angler, someone who's targeting them. What I mean is, you know, like catfish rigs and stuff like that. I've seen them on long, because that's where the majority of the cats are. But I've never ever seen them on here. Every time I come on here, it's just carp anglers with bivvies. So in my opinion, that's where your market is, isn't it? Why are the cats in here? But again, it's just my opinion, guys. That's not putting you off or anything like that, do you know what I mean? There's plenty of carp in it, and there's loads of big ones. But they're scavengers and they're eating bloody everything. I mean, I've had 2 catfish today just fishing pure boiling. So I'm not even putting in pellets. I mean, the guys that are putting in pellets are just getting killed by it. Which you understand, you know what I mean? If you're going to put pellet on, you've got to expect it, haven't you? And when you're just using pure boilers, you start thinking, oh, you know what I mean? I'm starting to think, I hope I ain't up all fucking night with this. But this is the reason why I put 1 trip on Oak this year. I thought we'll try it. Apparently a few of them had come out. Well, there's been 6 caught in a day. Am I glad that all my trips are on meadow? But like I say, maybe it is a cat and carp lake Oak. I don't know. I'll have to ask them in the shop, because maybe I've got that wrong, guys. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it is. I just assumed that it was a specimen carp lake. You know? So what I mean is, get the cats out. Your market is carp anglers. There's just bivvies everywhere. You know, none of them are catfishing. All carping. It's telling you, isn't it? So, but like I say, maybe I'm wrong. Like I say, the guys here, they know a lot more than what I do, and they do a grand job here. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure if they're a problem, which they are, I think they'll be removed eventually. But yeah, I weren't expecting that between me and Dad we've had 3 already. It's like I say, it's been 6 out, but it is what it is, guys. You know, so it is what it is. But I have seen a few carp now. Like I say, we're coming into the evening bit, and like I say, it's 7:45. It's great, isn't it, eh? You know, the late nights are back again, you know, or the light nights as such. You know, the evening period's great fish spotting conditions. And I've seen about 4 or 5 out there at the moment, so like in between me and Dad. So hopefully, who knows? I'll tell you what, let me spin you round. There we go, I just spun you guys round. Plenty of little fish topping around, like the roach and that. And, but yeah, like I say, I've seen about 4 or 5 out there now, guys. We might pick one up on camera. But yeah, we've got them out there. And basically, I've sprayed 1 kilo of boilie out there. I've sprayed 1 kilo of TNT out there. And I've put ½ a kilo of the krill out there. This will make you laugh, right? So like, I've put ½ a kilo of krill. I know what you're thinking. What are you putting krill out, Ben? Krill bloodworms, what you caught the cats on, innit? Nah, caught them on TNT. It don't make sense, does it? I've got a krill one out there, the cats ain't taking that. Fucking TNT, tiger nut and toffee. Make it make sense. But there you go. It is what it is, guys. But yeah, like I say, I've seen a 4 or 5 this evening. And it's a beautiful evening, still got a northeasterly on. And we go from there, guys. So Who knows? Hopefully we'll get one tonight. I'm just praying to God that I'm not going to get pestered by catfish. The problem is it's an open water swim. This is where they're going to sit. So yeah, one of those, but I just weren't expecting. Maybe they'll stop, you know what I mean? But I weren't expecting 2 of those today, just on pure boilie. I've never had that before. So yeah, it is what it is. But like I say, fingers crossed, guys. It's about 7:45 on a Friday. We've got a lovely shot there of the lake. Let's see what the night brings, but I'm going to have to, obviously I'm going very, very early in the morning, like stupid o'clock in the morning, to get back for my boys cup final. So hopefully we'll see you in the night with a nice big coking farm Oak Lake carp. And it is stupid o'clock. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Camera's going for a Houdini. I don't know if you can hear me. I've got a lovely 28-pound common. I'll quickly show him to you guys. Get him back. Yeah, lovely 28 this one. And there you go. Look at that for a cracking Oak Lake common. 28-pound. On the TNT. Only a few little bleeps that one though. I thought it was another bloody catfish, didn't I? And there's the other side. Yeah, lovely. 28-pound on the money. Yeah, well pleased with that one. It's bloody windy tonight. But yeah, look at that. But yeah, what a beautiful common. 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it is cold. So, but right, we'll get this one straight back. But yeah, overjoyed with that one. Right then, guys. Well, got another one. Stupid o'clock in the morning. It's actually 10 to 5 in the morning. So it's a bit bigger, this one. So 30-pound 4. So yeah, been an eventful night. If I can get him up for you, if he doesn't go mental. Guys, 30-pound 4, near enough 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, over the moon with that one. Sorry about the lighting and that, but you can't sack them up here, so it is what it is. But yeah, look at that. That's quality. And TNT again, that one. But yeah, fantastic, eh? What's a carp? So yeah, that's 2 tonight. I'll quickly spin him around for you guys. And there we go. And there's the other side, guys. Quality, eh? Alright, superb. Yeah, just shame about that lighting, but look, it is what it is, guys. But right, it's time for me now to wind in, because I have now got to go back to London, which is going to take 2.5 hours. Go and watch the boys' football, and I shall be back later on. Ta-da for now. Right then, guys, sorry about the camera work, but here he is, the old Ginger Mo Salah. Here he is. We made it on time, guys. So we're off to the cup final. And like I said, he's won the league. Hopefully he can do the double, eh? But yeah, that was some journey back, boys, I'll tell you, 2.5 hours. But right, I'll get some filming later on, and we'll be back to the lake later on this afternoon, guys. Good luck, mate. Say hello. Hello. There he is. Right, catch up with you guys later. And there we go. I won 4-3. That was victory. Look at them, bless them. Hey? Quality. Fair play to them. 4-3 in extra time. And you know what that means now, guys, don't you? I've got a 2.5 hour drive back to Coking Farm. Well worth it. That's what's called being a parent, isn't it? Right, next time I shall see you at the lake. Well then, guys, the match is over, and yeah, by some of them pictures you can see the kids they're all happy. Yeah, we won 4-3, and yeah, basically we was 2-0 up at half time, cruising really, and then they pulled it back to 2-1, and then we went 3-1 up. And to be honest, even I thought you know what, the game's done. Couldn't believe it, they scored 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. So then it went to extra time, and then Josh hit an absolute screamer that one of those hit the post and then went across the line, or it didn't. We needed VAR, guys, you know. Anyway, the ref didn't give it, and then Safran hit a shot, and to be honest with you, it was a P-roller. It hit the goalie's hands and it went in. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, they won 4-3. So my job is done. Jurgen Klopp, as they say, retire on a high. It's the league and the cup double for Little and yeah, the parent thing is what it is, guys, isn't it? You know. And but I'm on my way back to the lake. Sorry, get my words out. And yeah, the old sat nav saying 3 hours. Legend or a lunatic? Put it in the comments. I'll leave it with you. But yeah, 3 hours back just to do one night's fishing. Effort equals reward, Ben. That's what they say, isn't it? Right, I'll see you guys at the lake. Well then, guys, we are finally back at the lake. And I look like saying the cat's dragged in and then back out. Hashtag, I think you know the word that I want to say. Anyway, I'm back. Decided to have an hour's kip. It's about 4 o'clock now, so I still ain't even got the rods out. But what I did do prior to leaving early this morning, I put a kilo of bait out there, but I spread it like I normally do. And there's been no lines out in this water all day today. And so I'm hoping that there's going to be a few out there. Not necessarily now, but in the evening when they start topping. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bite to eat, and then I'm going to stick half kilo of 12s out there and half a kilo of 15 millers. That's in the TNT. I've basically got 2 kilos left. So that's the 15 millers, and the TNT stands for Tiger Nut and Toffee. So it's a beige in colour. That's the one that does the damage here on Oak. It's produced them 2 fish last night. So I'll stick half of that out. And I'll stick half of the 12s out as well. And oh, as I'm just saying that, one's just flopped right on top of my spot. Absolutely just popped right out. You know, that was a good fish as well, that. So I'm going to put some more of those out and basically just let the swim rest. And then as for the hook baits, just got the TNT. I've got them in 12mm waft as well. I've got some 15s as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 out on 12s and 1 out on a 15. And again, mate, they're here. They're here. It's weird, isn't it? They know that there's no lines. It doesn't mean to say I'm going to catch them. But I've just seen 2, just so I come on the cameras here. But yeah, as for the running out of these as well, as you can see, light beige in colour. And again, the TNT stands for the Tiger Nut and Toffee. So I'm going to get my catapult out. And that's the good thing about this place, there's no seagulls. So every bit of bait you put out there hits the bottom. And that is why I like spread baiting. So I'm going to do it all in a line. And well, basically for the people that want to know, I always fish, the most you can go is 11 ramps. So what I do is I arc it. I have my right hand rod at 9, middle rod at 10, left hand rod at 11. So if you imagine like a rainbow, and then what I do is I just flood bait all in that. Put 3 rods, but it's over a big area. You're not tram lining. If you imagine, they're like that. And they're already here. So, but that's the plan now. I'm going to start baiting up with the catapult and let that rest again, have a bite to eat. Then we should get the rods in for about 6 o'clock this evening. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have one to show by the morning for you guys. But I'll come back just before dark. But yeah, I've got to get this bait in. I've just seen 2. Ta-da. Well then, fellas, coming on to that Saturday evening now. Well, we're well into it now. It's 7:45. And yeah, I think last time I left you, I was just about to bait up. I got a bit trigger happy with the bait. And I see about 5 out there in the end. And yeah, well, that whole kilo of 12 millers, the whole lot that went out. And then I ended up putting half a bag of 15s out there as well. Not to say, I've just basically scattered it from like here in an arc, probably to about here. So if you imagine like an arc as such. And yeah, I got a bit trigger happy with the catapult, to be fair. So so yeah, there's a kilo and a half of boilies sitting out there, over 3 rods now. But like I say, I did see 5 out there, and since I've put it in, typical, I haven't seen bloody any. So but there you go, the bait's out now. We see fish before we cast out.
Let's hope we can nick one, but I'm going to be honest, lads, I'm absolutely shattered. So I think we're going to leave it there. That's the view of the lake, and I've still got the northerly on. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm going to bed. I'm absolutely shattered. So right, if we catch one, I'll get all the camera and the lights out for you guys. If not, it'll be a cup of coffee and maybe a lay-in. So, oh, there was one over there near the tree. Over there. Over there. Dad's swim's just come out. Right, enough from me. And I'm going to bed. Turn up. Morning, guys. And look at him, look. Licking his foot, look. He loves it, doesn't he? Look, on the governor's bed chair. Bless him. Yeah, anyway, yeah, like I said, morning. And yeah, one of those mornings, well, I say morning, one of those nights. And got all the bait out. Went a bit gun-ho with it. But it did work to a degree. And unfortunately, I've got nothing to show for it. What I mean is, yeah, midnight last night, the middle rod, again, just finicky bites at the moment. You know, just a little, like, I thought it was a line. Anyway, the only blinked 3 times, but it pulled it out of the clip, and I was like, well, it's out of the clip, I've got to deal with it anyway. Anyway, there was one on. Playing him, got him all the way to the edge. This was at midnight last night. Got the torch on him, could see it, about a mid-20 common. And then just as I was pulling him towards the net, bloody hook popped out. I couldn't believe it. That's the bloody first one I've lost for ages. So anyway, I put the rod back up. And then at 5:30 this morning, I was not happy. With one of our slimy friends again. And yeah, 5:30, yeah, was not best pleased with him. And another catfish of about £6. Oh yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare. So put the rod back out. And then Dad had a nice one this morning. He's had a proper nice one, he has. And like I say, if you want to see that one, go on to the O'Connor angle and have a look at that. Yeah, Dad's had a proper one. And that was the fruits of our labour. So like I say, putting that bait in did work. Unfortunately, I bloody lost my one and a catfish, but Dad did have a nice one because we put it in a line. Dad fishes one end of it, I fished the other end. And so yeah, like I say, we did have 3 bites off it. Unfortunately, only 1 carp was landed though. And but it is what it is. So time now is 7:45. And it was bloody cold last night, I know that. But I did sleep well. I feel back on planet Earth rather than planet Mars. So, oh mate, that fucking lighting. Oh, here we go. We're back on. Of course we're back on. And it's the lighting. I'm in the bivvy at the moment. And it is bright out there. So, yeah, bear with the lighting. But yeah, it's 7:45 at the moment. But I did sleep great. Fell asleep 8:30. And then had that bite at 12. And then went all the way through till 5:30 time. Now 7:45. So, got to be off for 12. I'll probably leave about 10. So that's what we normally do. And back to sunny London. But yeah, that's the fruits of our labour. So we've had 2 the weekend, which we're very grateful for. We've had a 30 and a 28, and Dad's had a couple. Well, Dad's had 2 actually as well. So yeah, all in all, it's been a good weekend, and obviously, especially with the football. I do apologise about that. It's probably a bit of a long-winded video, this one, and it's just that the boy loves it. He likes to watch the channel as well, and so obviously I've put some stuff on there regarding him with the cup final. So, but I'll tell you what we'll do, lads. I think we'll call it there. So I've got a few hours left. If anything happens, I'll come back to you. But the video's long enough as it is, and like I say, I appreciate you guys watching. If you can subscribe to the channel. Like I say, I've got a load of videos, a load of sessions booked this year. I've got a load on Meadow, more than Oak. This is the only time that I'm on Oak this year, and it's just due to the catfish thing, you know what I mean? And if it's not a bit of me, it might be for others, but it's not a bit of me. And so this is why I've pulled off of Oak this year, but we're doing a lot on Meadow. And so yeah, like I say, if you're into all that, day ticket carping, you know, fish up to £50. and stick with us, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free, guys. We don't charge a penny, sorry. And sorry, I keep looking at me swingers. Yeah, like I say, we don't charge a penny. You know, we don't do none of this monthly subscription malarkey and con the people. And it's all free. So yeah, if you can subscribe, give it a like and all that malarkey, I would. Oh, there's one. I've just seen one. I'll be much appreciated. I might have to redo that middle rod again. Right, ta-da from me, and ta-da from him.